Welcome everyone now to matches from Group C here in the Masters Coliseum, and in the bottom right, in the blue, he's the Zerg from Onside Gaming, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. It's Solar. And in the upper left, in the red, probably the best Terran player online for Shopify, it's ByuN. And I don't think I am saying anything that is all that controversial when I say that I think truly in an online tournament, when ByuN has the capability, has the option to play from home in his setup with his puppy by his feet, whatever it is, I think ByuN is the best player in the world, at least the best Terran player in the world. Yeah, you know, offline, that's Maru. It really isn't much of a question there. 7 GSLs versus the 1 that ByuN has. Although, you know, ByuN does have that world championship to his name, and that does count for a lot, but that was a one magic summer. And Maru has shown this consistently, really from 2012 until now. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. We're talking about online events. And again, for my money, ByuN is the best Terran player in an online situation. And part of it is this build that we see him doing right here. Now, this is a build that's special, kind of created for himself. It's a build that Maru adopted, but it's a build that ByuN popularized, where you go 2 barracks in the wall in your natural, you get 2 Reapers out of it. Actually, generally you get 3. So you get the first one, you get the second, you get the third, and then you have options available to yourself, whether you get that natural, whether you drop down 2 more barracks and go for kind of a 4-rack stim timing, whether you turn it into a 2-1-1. Really, as ByuN, you have options about how you decide to play it, and in part that is why this is so powerful. It's really hard for the Zerg to just scout the double barracks in the wall, and realistically, yeah, add-ons will be exposed on this setup. Is ByuN, he'll do it regardless. He doesn't really care. It takes such a committed timing from the Zerg to go and really deal with those add-ons that it really isn't that much of a threat. Is for now, Ling's Solar is aware of this. He sees his overlord sees the barracks, so he's pumping out a couple additional Lings here. Now the Queen's gonna pop. ByuN is so good at this style in part because his Reaper control is, again, it's the best in the world. It is so good, and he can find so much value with this, and he knows every single arcing path that a Terran player is gonna want to go and go down. So now he gets a drone. He's gotten a Ling. 3 Reapers are now here. 2. Oh, I love this one. This is Gressfon. So you just go 2 command centers behind this. You go the opposite of aggressive. I mean, this is an aggressive opening, but then you go greedy behind it. Double command center, force Solar to react. And I guess the one thing I might like to see from ByuN is a lot of pressure on that third, but this is fine. You know, he's forcing Solar around. He's really making Solar's life difficult. And you know what? He got a Ling, he got a drone. Is it the most damage you've ever seen this build? Yet no. But it is still somewhat significant here. Wait, did ByuN lose a Reaper? Yeah, and the second we were looking away, ByuN did lose a Reaper there. Just, I guess, trying to commit and running into a bunch of Speedlings, which is, you know, it'll happen. But on the flip side, well, Solar will lose that Overlord, and that means that there's no scouting. He's actually supply blocked for quite a while here. So his larva isn't going to be spent efficiently. Now, it's not the end of the world. It's not the situation where the larva is capped on the base, and generally that's actually not even a problem so long as you have queens. If you don't have queens, you can cap larva on a base, and then you start to lose some efficiency. But otherwise, Solar's losing out on time, but at the very least his bases will be able to produce the way they would like. Is now Lings find these Reapers, but ByuN behind this, it's going to be fun to see where he goes. Because again, he went for that very quick third base, and actually a factory on the low ground is just, I'm assuming this is just to deny scouting more than anything else. They're just saying, yeah, Solar, you float an Overlord in the main, good luck. You're not going to see anything. You're going to see that I have a command center, but you're not going to see how many barracks I have. You're not going to see my factory timing, whatever it is. So now the Reapers are going to dive in. They're going to force a Spore Cancel and sit right on top to get the second drone. Are they going to get a third? No, not really. And it seems like for now the Lings, they're going to eventually force things away, but ByuN is a little bit too far away from... Oh, is he going to get it? Oh, no. Spore Cancel, but 2 Spore Cancels, 2 drones. Actually, 3 drones, excuse me. That's really solid. That's a really a good position for ByuN to find his way in. And now Starport halfway done, 1-1 on the way. Stim is done. And really, when we look at ByuN here and we see what he wants to do, It really does all come down to that, well, really to those medevacs, to getting 2 of them at a time. Reactor's going to be done right around the same time that the starport is ready. So ByuN, he's effectively going to have a 2-1-1. Yeah, you know, it hits closer to 6 minutes than 5:30, but he got a couple drones. He forced a lot of lings out. He forced the queens to be not quite as effective on their creep spread as you might otherwise like to be. So really everything's going like gangbusters for ByuN right now. He's got a ton of marines. He's going to have these medevacs, adding in 3 more barracks in the natural. And again, it's kind of interesting to me to see that he has not built a single structure outside of that 1 command center in his main base. It's just all in the natural, which I guess gives him a second line of defense against some sort of bust. You know, it's going to be harder to get into his mineral line, but it really does seem to be more than anything just efficiency of reinforcements. That little bit closer could make the difference as ByuN, again, looks to get aggressive here, looks to really shove through the map. So, well, first set of Marines are ready. First set of medevacs already here boosting onto the map. ByuN picks up some of them into, well, 16 Marines into the medevacs, and the rest stayed home, just defensively for now. But now we get to see what's going to happen with the first blush, the first opportunity from ByuN's aggression here, because again, he got damage done early. He forced Solar to slow down a little bit, and now ByuN's 3rd's on location. Solar's 4th is only halfway done, and here we go. 16 Marines in the main, timed out perfectly with this 1-1. 5 seconds to +1 attack, 6 seconds to the armor, and we saw an Overlord go down. It's not the end of the world. Something. And it seems like ByuN actually may not quite be able to take advantage of this timing quite as nicely as he would like. And now 1-1 is 3/4 of the way done. More than that for Solar here, but now gets on top of the queens. 1 will fall. And now the lings, without any baneling support, without the queens really unable to get on top, ByuN's just going to target it all down. He gets so many lings and just sticks his spot in this corner here. This is where ByuN is going to feast. A second queen will fall. Target fire there on the banelings as well, getting as much as he can before eventually he will get cleaned up. But there's a second round right here, and there just doesn't seem like there's anything for Solar at all. Baneling speed's not done. 1-1's done now, but Widowmines are going to go off on the queens, target them down. 1 goes down, 2nd, 3rd. Widowmine, though, really nice. Just for the moment, friendly fire, but Marines find their way into the main, and ByuN beelining, stimlining across into the 3rd base, the 4th base as well. He's just starting to swarm, and yeah, you know what? Actually, Army Supply is really good for him as well, so more queens will go down, cutting away from these slow banes. Good luck there, Solar. It's just not going to happen at all. The banelings will fall, and yeah, the medevacs, they've kicked the bucket. They found their utility in this game. More banelings. More will go down, and eventually these Marines will fall. But look at the 3rd now. Widowmines everywhere. It's just eventual, continuous reinforcements of Marines, of medevacs, or whatever it is that ByuN possibly could want. The Widowmines don't even go off because, well, the banelings, or the Marines, they killed them all. And friendly fire there on the Widowmines. On these Broodlings, they get a couple Marines. But ByuN's got his 4th base on the way. He slew a 3rd of Solar, and this is just ByuN things. More than anything else, this is just ByuN's ability to take a small lead and flip the game immediately. We can talk about him as a momentum Terran. As a Terran that the moment, again, they get that momentum, that they start to push through. Good luck. Game over. They're not going to stop. They're going to either shove your face in or die trying. And in this case, it seems like ByuN is not dying trying. He is absolutely successful in that one. Solar has bases on the right side, but the scan reveals the drone. So ByuN knows exactly where he's got to go. It's on the north side here as he runs forward. Banelings, 3 Banelings hit a Marine, and that's just not what you want here. The splits are fantastic as well. Banelings don't get anything. And Solar gets absolutely slammed in this game number 1. And now we move on to a Terran map here for game number 2. And in the bottom left, he's down a map for Onside Gaming. His name is Solar. And in the upper right, in the red, up a game, just relentless, effective, efficient aggression. It's ByuN. And as ByuN proxies on the middle of the map here, I would like to take a moment to remind you that if you like this content, if you want more games from ByuN and Solar and Maru and Serral and all of these top names, well, you should drop a sub to this channel, because every single day of the week, or at least most days, you'll get more games. You'll get exactly that, or, you know, Stormgate content, other things. So drop a sub, like this video, and let me know what it takes to stop this online ByuN, because my goodness, he sees an inch. You know, he gets an inch, he'll take a furlong. He'll take a parsec, because again, parsec is, I think, what is it, 6.1 light years? And he'll take as much distance as is afforded to him, as is humanly possible. So for now, it's a 3-Rex. Proxy here from ByuN, as he wants this series to be over well in under 10 minutes. The first game was about 8:30, I think it was. Game 2, well, ByuN, if he has his druthers, it's going to go so much faster. And of course, we should point out that we see these barracks, all right? You have 2. These are the ones that are the most scoutable. Generally, a Zerg, if they're going to scout this, they'll pull back from there. So Solar, realistically, if he was going to scout this, he wouldn't see the 3rd barracks. But instead, Overlord just a little bit further back here. Bunkers are going to have to get dropped pretty quickly, and they will. But this was a pool first coming out of Solar right now. That means the pool is effectively done as the hatch is done. It means the Lings are going to be out just a little bit quicker, but Solar, he's got some read on this. He understands that, you know what, despite that, the natural's probably busted anyways, not worth dealing with. So he's going to drop a Roach Warren. He's going to drop that 2nd gas, and we're going to see Roaches and Ravagers be the name of the game here as Solar looks to retake his natural, looks to take this game, run across the map maybe. And that is, in fact, where these extra Marines are going to be both a blessing and a curse. Because you get up to enough Ravagers, certainly, they're going to bust the bunker down. But on the flip side, having enough Marines, having these extra Marines does mean that the Ravagers, maybe they're going to get fought a little bit better as now Lings run down the ramp. 1 Queen dead. Solar, he's trying to keep this base alive, and, you know, the Roaches are going to be out pretty soon. So maybe, just maybe, that's going to be viable right here. ByuN needs to keep these Marines firing. I guess he's hiding it. I don't really know. Scan gets dropped there to kill the Overlord. This is going to supply block Solar. This is massive. The Roaches that are out right now, the only Roaches that Solar's going to have, and more importantly, he can't build Ravagers right now, and it's going to be an even bigger supply block as the hatch goes down here. So the Roaches, they're not going to be nearly as effective as they would like to be. 2nd bunker goes down here. ByuN gets the natural, and, well, we should start to see. Oh, I love this. I didn't see that go down. He's got a tech lab on this 3rd barracks. He's building Marauders on top of this. This is an answer. And by the way, concussive shells. This is an answer to the Roach timing, to this Roach Ravager idea that Solar has gone for, because, well, Marauders, they actually fight Roaches pretty well. And with these 2 bunkers as well to fall back to, this army from Solar, it's equal in army supply. Yes, it can slowly maybe whittle this bunker down, but repairs are good for that one. This actually feels really good for ByuN right now, and it's, I'm not saying it's perfect, but it looks somewhat likely here that ByuN may get that 2-0. Now Marauder gets in the back bunker here, and importantly, this has not been scouted out. Solar does not know that it's Marauders on the way on top of these Marines. He just, again, he's going to assume that this is the Marine pressure that ByuN keeps going with. So this Marauder with concussive shells, it's going to make a big difference. So for now, Solar now he's going to get ready to commit. Marines getting on top of some Roaches. Biles land. I think they got an SCV. No, they didn't actually. ByuN split it away, so the bunker continues to stay alive. And now here come the Marauders. Everything, or at least something, out of the bunkers. ByuN, again, he's contemplating committing, but the army supply of Solar continues to grow. Now getting on top of these Roaches. Roaches will continue to fall out of the bunker, back into the bunker. SCV's pulled to buffer here. ByuN wants to end this game right now, but it feels like, for the moment at least, that this Roach army, this Ravager army, the supply is maybe a little bit too intense. But ByuN now building 2 Marauders at a time. He's committed to this. Come hell or high water, this is how he's going to end the games. Now the Biles will get the backside bunker, but again, there are SCVs. Or at least there's 1 SCV remaining here. ByuN can continue to build more bunkers. More Marauders getting added in. And if he can get on top of these Ravagers, they're going to get shot down very quickly. The Lings, they're just trying to buffer damage as much as they can here. ByuN gonna kite back. 1 Ravager goes down. 2nd one is gonna fall here as well, but there's no bunker. It's not ready. The Lings and the Ravagers are worth so much damage, and ByuN continues to just kite away, fight again. A better day maybe, but it's these 5 Ravagers. The Marauders, they can't fight. Ravagers don't have the armored tag. Marauders don't do incredibly well against it, so now back onto the production here. 4 Marauders against these Ravagers. Well, another Ravager will go down as it goes down the low ground. Or at least ByuN should target it, but he's just trying to play on the edge, and it's not going to work out. He does get that last Ravager on the reinforcements, but now these structures are dead. They can't do nearly as much as they would like anymore, and Solar continues to reinforce across the other side of the map, but SCVs are going to get pulled here. ByuN, he thinks Solar's overextended, so this is how he's going to go punish it. Pull the SCVs, add that little bit more value, but ByuN has 7 army supply. Actually, make it 5. It's 2 Marauders, 1 Marine at a time is not enough to deal with what is just a single base Zerg, a single hatch Zerg, but he's got injects, and he has enough money to support this army, this build from ByuN. It was so close to breaking through. And I think, as much as I liked the Marauders, I thought it was cool. If ByuN, from that natural, just kind of backed up, built a factory maybe, got Cyclones out, did something like that, stayed at home, built his natural, I think he would have been fine. But there was blood in his eyes, and, well, unfortunately, the blood in his eyes blinded him more than anything else, so Solar is going to take game number 2. And now here we are into our final game of this best of 3. Winner goes up to 1-0. Loser falls to 0-1. And in the bottom right, in the blue, taking game 2, it's Solar. And in the upper left, in the red, looking to do it one more time, it's ByuN. Uno más tiempo. And the question now, ByuN proxied in the previous game, and you know, it almost worked. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. It almost worked. He killed the natural, he got a lot of roaches, but I think he just overcommitted a little bit too much, and that does become a little bit problematic when you take a look at a setup like this. So what is ByuN gonna do in his 3rd and final game on, again, a short map? This is not Gressvon, nothing like that. He's gonna go CC first. And the variance in ByuN's play is, I love it. I love it so much. Because ByuN, before this series, really 9 games, probably 9 games out of 10. Something like that. He'll go double barracks on the natural. That is his build. That is his build. That is how he's been killing Zergs and taking names and doing all of that. That is what he's been doing. So, and he did it in game 1 to tremendous effect. He got 3 drones. He forced Solar back. It was not efficient. But now he's going CC first 2-1-1. Well, I'm assuming it's a 2-1-1. He might decide to add a couple additional barracks because his name is ByuN. But he is flipping the script from a pretty aggressive build, and not that that's a problem, but a pretty aggressive build, into the polar opposite here, gambling on this idea that Solar's going to play defensive, and Solar is. There's no 19 drone roach timing coming out of Solar this game, nothing like that. So Solar's going to scout that, wow, that command center is really fast. And response, well, get a 3rd, but he's going to get the 3rd at the normal time. 28 supply is a very standard timing for Zergs to get their 3rd base. So even as it looks like he's responding to this, not really. Not at all. So, okay, that's the 3rd racks going down here. ByuN, a little bit of timing off the aggression. I like it. Love to see it. And is Solar ever going to realize what's happening here? Yeah, it's going to be the 4X after all. If I'm Solar, this is not something that's in my head. It's like, wow, he went CC first. Okay, this is going to be a standard game. Granted, a lot of CC first play is to aggression, is to, well, 2-1-1 or Blue Flame or Hellbat timing, or really anything that looks to take advantage of that timing lead as fast as possible. And that single barrack or that single supply depot is going to be enough to keep Solar out of the main, is not going to show him the additional barracks. All he sees is that, you know, barracks, reactor in the wall. Not that crazy. So we got 3 barracks done. 4th one just about stim. Call it a 3rd of the way done. And Solar very quickly here is going to have to realize what's happening. Just how aggressive this build is from ByuN right now, because if he doesn't get a Baneling Nest done, if he doesn't get a Roach Warren down, I mean, yeah, you know, technically you can hold it with Link Queen. And he does have 3 queens. He's going up to 6, but you need to overbuild queens to make this happen. You need to start pumping lings, maybe not right now, but within like the next 15 seconds. And you just cannot stop. So more drones on the production tab. Yeah, you know, Solar's going to build a couple right around the time that speed is done, because that's just what you do. It keeps you safe from things, but he's going to need like 40 lings. Something like that. Like, I don't know. I don't have an exact number, but he's going to need a ton of lings to deal with this if he doesn't get himself up into tech, doesn't get banelings, something like that. And he's not, right? He just doesn't know here. And actually, he's just a little bit supply blocked as well. 66 out of 66. Overlords, they came out 2 at a time, and they will unsupply block him. But really, every small thing here for Solar, he has to do it perfectly. And with more drones on the way, I'm not convinced. He's building 14 more lings right now, but that's going to be 20 lings. And 20 lings just doesn't do it for me at all here. So here come the Marines. Stim is done. Combat shields. By the time they get across the map, combat shields will be ready. So ByuN, this is his timing. This is what he's been building up to. Baneling Nest now on the way. Solar understands just how much danger that he's in, but this Baneling Nest will not be done by the time that ByuN finds his way onto the other side of the map here. It's just too short. So more lings. That's going to have to be the answer. More queens, bring them all together. 8 queens on the front line, but ByuN's already here, and he gets a queen at the start. Lings on the surround, but who cares? They don't have anything. There's no banelings. There's nothing. The lings will fall, and the queens now with nothing to buffer for them. They're going to get knocked down as well here. ByuN, he pulled the wool over his eyes, and unfortunately for Solar, it's steel wool here. It's scratchy. It's coarse. It burns, and that's exactly what's happening here in this game. Solar's getting burned out of it. This is not the type of game that Solar wanted to play, but he was just caught massively off guard by this timing from ByuN. 17 drones hit the deck. 7 queens. Make it 8. They're going to fall here as well. Overlords die. So, I mean, not that Solar cares because he's so undersupplied that even losing 3 Overlords, even losing 24 supply won't do it to him. Solar is so dead in this game. Yeah, the Marines died. Who the hell cares? It's 47 SCVs to 34 drones. The lings are going to run across the map. It's going to be a baneling bust. That's Solar's truly his only option. But ByuN, I mean, he should be aware of this. Yeah, just run down the ramp a little bit. ByuN, there we go. He sees the banelings morphing. Stim's right on top of him, and they're not going to get up. Stim Marines versus slow Banes. I mean, we know how that one works. Solar, he falls, and ByuN, with some incredible build order variation, he takes the series. It's 2-1. He goes to 1-0 here and Masters Coliseum Group C.